What's going on, y'all? We are back, and it is draft day officially. Well, I'm actually recording this on Wednesday night. I'm just not going to be able to record it during the day tomorrow because of work. But it is officially draft day at the time of this dropping, and I'm hoping that there's no moves. I mean, I would like to see maybe some moves, but hopefully there's no more moves between now and me dropping the video. But this is going to be my final predictive mock, not what I would do like I dropped a few days ago with the 2 rounds, but what I would do, and obviously, or sorry, predictive, and it is Fernando Mendoza #1. I feel like, that's been pretty obvious since the start. Um, Let me go ahead and get my needs list pulled up, but I can go ahead and say this. I know the odds shifted, analysts saying this, that. I still think it's going to be Arvell Reset too. I think it just makes the most sense for the Jets. I think they need edge rusher. I think they need linebacker help potentially as well. And I think he's just fluid and be able to play both. All right. Three for the Cardinals. I was just watching NFL Stock Exchange, their final one. And I know that they didn't have the guy that I have going here there, but they talked about they're like sticking to the gun, sticking to what is true. And I just have kind of I've been kind of in the boat here where I don't really know what to do. I really want to stick to my guns and go Francis Maui Noah. I really do. Um, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go David Bailey here at 3 to the Cardinals. I don't think I've had this in a video yet, but I do think that they could use some edge rusher help. I think Josh Sweat requested a trade as well. I'm pretty sure. So I think that that's the move. I think that's the right idea for the Cardinals there at 3. 4 for the Titans. I'm going to stick to it. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm going to stick to it. Jeremiyah Love to the Titans at 4. I think that's going to be a really good pairing though with him, Cam Ward. And really, I think they need to start just filling out that receiver room now. I know they brought in Wan'Dale Robinson. I still have Alec Ironman there. I still have Calvin Ridley on the roster as well. Um, but being able to have some picks, I don't think they have a ton of draft picks. Um, They've got 35, they've got 66, they've got 101, 142, and 144. I think they could add a quality receiver with one of those picks as well, as long as well as filling out the defense. 5 for the Giants. I really wanted to go. I kind of want to go Sonny Styles there for the Titans. Just the problem is though, is if you go Sonny Styles for the Titans, I don't know where Jeremiah Love goes. It might be 7, but Washington brought in a bunch of guys. He's going to go top 5. Jeremiah Love's going to go top 5. 5 for the Giants. I'm really torn here on what to do. I think it's Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. And my thing here's my thought process with it is if you don't take Styles here at 5, he's going to go to probably Washington, if not Washington, probably New Orleans. And you're not going to get him at 10. However, with Caleb Downs, I think there's a possibility that Caleb Downs does slip to 10. Now, here's the thing with the Giants. I've been talking about this in my videos. If you haven't been around, I think that they need corner really bad, to be honest. Um, and so I would almost be willing to say, hey, you know, if it is Caleb Downs that you want, then do take him at 5, and then you could probably get Mansour Delane at 10, as long as he doesn't go here to the Chiefs. So I'm torn here. Predictive mock, not what I would do. I went 7 for 7 last year to start the draft, by the way, and then I think I hit Tyler Warren and it's like one more random one, I think, later in the draft. Grace Abel. I know I hit Grace Abel. The Giants at 5. The Giants at 5 are going to take Caleb Downs. I'm going to go Caleb Downs. I'm going to go Caleb Downs at 5. John Harbaugh is going to get his, new Kyle Hamilton. 6 for the Browns. This has made it easy with Maui Noah still being here. That's 100% the pick if he's still there. If he's not there, it gets interesting. I don't know if I would say it's Cornell Tate. I don't know if I'd say Spencer Fano. There's been this new smoke coming out with Caden Proctor. I don't know if I'm buying into that one. There's still the Monroe Freeling smoke there as well. I think it's either Maui Noah, Spencer Fano, or Cornell Tate. Potentially Jordan Tyson as well. 7 for the Commanders. I know there's been a lot of wide receiver smoke here. But man, I just think that, I like Tate, I like Lemon, I like Tyson. I just don't like the fit, to be honest, for Washington. I have their needs listed as center, left guard, edge rusher, safety. With Caleb Downs gone, Ruben Bain still being here. I think this is a simple pick. We're gonna take Ruben Bain there at 7 to the Commanders. I think Sonny Styles is in play though. 8 for the New Orleans Saints. I don't think I've ever done a mock draft where Sonny Styles gets here, and I'm almost tempted to take him. But I do think that they could use receiver, and I'm gonna pair the Ohio State boys together with Chris Olave and Cornell Tate there at 8 to the Saints. And it's funny enough, I mentioned I said at 5, I said, if you take Sonny Styles, he's probably not there at 10. But how I'm looking at it, man, it looks like he's gonna make it to 10 for me. Because I think I'm going receiver or corner if I'm Kansas City. I think you can get a solid receiver later, though. Um, I mean, you got 29, 40, and 74. I think you could get a solid corner later as well. But I'm that high on Mansour Lane that I'm going to take him here at 9. You trade Trent McDuffie, you get Mansour Lane. And you got pick 29. Not bad in my opinion. Not bad. Even though Trent McDuffie is really good. And wow, does this work out for the Giants? There's no way Sonny Styles makes it to 10. There's just no way, but he does here. I'm also not going to try to do any trades here, um, just because it's really, really, really hard to predict a trade. I might do one here in a minute. Actually, I am going to do one for sure. I might do a second one. 11 for the Dolphins. This is interesting with Fano being here. I do think that he could project at guard. Um, I just don't. I don't know. I think with him still being here, I do think that the Lions might would try to move up and potentially come get him. Vega Gawane, I think, is in play, but they need a receiver bad. They need a receiver bad. And I don't think they're the team that takes the chance on Jordan Tyson, personally. I really don't. I don't think they do it. I do think Jordan Tyson is going to go high, though. I'm going to take Mekhi Lemon or Jeremiah McCoy. Which one is it? I'm going to take Mekhi Lemon. I'm going to take Mekhi Lemon at 11 to the Dolphins. 12, the Cowboys. I do think Dylan Thielman's in play. Um, Call me crazy, but I think one of the tackles are in play here. Fano, Freeling. I don't think anybody else goes this high. I think Thielman's in play. I think CJ Allen could be in play, but I think that's more at 20. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jermon McCoy at 12 to the Cowboys. 13 for the Rams. With Mekhi Lemon being gone, I don't think it's Jordan Tyson. Call me crazy. I think I saw somebody talking about it, but I still am not gonna rule out the possibility that Ty Simpson goes at 13 to the Rams. Like actually. Um, I think this could be a trade back spot. Maybe somebody coming up to get Thieneman or Fano, or maybe trying to jump the Ravens and Bucks for Sadiq or Vega Ioane. And that's gonna be it. That is what it's gonna be. I've been talking about this. I did it in my video the other day. Steelers hosting the draft on draft night. Need a guard, need a left guard. Are going to trade 21 and 76. That might be not great on trade value, but I'm just trying to get the trade value for the video or trade through for the video. They're going to come up, and it's not going to be Spencer Fano. It's going to be Vega Ioane out of Penn State. No, it's going to be Spencer Fano. We brought him in on a top 30 visit. It's going to be Spencer Fano. Welcome to 13 Pittsburgh Steelers. You're taking Spencer Fano. Wow. Okay. All right. I haven't done that one yet. It's usually been like 15 with the Bucks if he's still there, or with the Cowboys for Vega. Like I said, so I'm recording this at 11 p.m. Um, but Ravens here at 14. I've been on this the past few days, and I do think they could use help on the interior offense line, but I'm not going to hop off the train I've been on. It's going to be Kenyon Sadiq here at 14 for me for the Ravens. They need receiver help. They could use some tight end help as well. I think he can provide both. 15 for the Bucks. This one's hard. This one's really hard. I think Sadiq's here. I think he's in play. I think Vega Ioane's in play. But I'm gonna keep it where I've been at for them as well with Akeem Mesidor out of Miami, Florida, the edge rusher. 16 for the Jets. This is super simple. Jordan Tyson's still on the board. You got to go get him. You have to. You have to. Um, I don't think he's gonna go that low, man. I'm trying to be predictive, but like that's just how the board is falling for me. Lions, super simple, super simple. Monroe Freeling, welcome to Detroit. Again, super simple. Dylan Thiemann at 18 to the Vikings. 19 for the Panthers. This is interesting. I think this could be a trade out spot. I like CJ Allen to them personally. I don't mind IDL. I'm seeing Omar Cooper sitting here though. I don't think the Panthers fans would be very happy with it. I really don't. But hey, it's something that I actually just got on today was Omar Cooper to the Panthers. Here's the thing. If you don't take CJ Allen, the Cowboys take him at 20. You do have pick 51, but Jacob Rodriguez will be gone at that point. And then you're looking at Jay Golday, Josiah Trotter, those guys. I have their needs listed as linebacker, tight end, IDL. I do think it's a little early for some of these guys. We're gonna go CJ Allen at 19 to the Panthers. 20 for the Cowboys. This has now become interesting. You took Jermon McCoy. I have their needs. What do I have their needs listed as? Linebacker, corner. Took a corner. This could be a trade out spot. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't mind Jacob Rodriguez here. I just don't think that's predictive. I think then you look IDL safety. Manuel Warren doesn't sound bad here. I think offensive tackles in play, to be honest. I think I'm going to go IDL. I think I'm going to go IDL here. They took Jermon McCoy, and then we're going to go Peter Woods. Yes, we're going to go Peter Woods here at 20 to the Cowboys. 21 to the Rams. They passed up earlier. I can't believe Vega Iguane is still on the board here for me. Oh my goodness. Wow, the Chargers are going to get Vega Iguane at 22. There's just no shot. I know I'm trying to be predictive, but the board's just falling a certain way. And Omar Cooper Jr. is going to be my pick here at 21 for the Rams. Vega Iguane, super simple there at 22 for the Chargers. And then this is a pick I've been on. I mentioned it in my video the other day, and I'm going to continue to stay on it. This is going to be Max Iwaniczer for me here out of Arizona State, the tackle. Developmental, started playing football in 2021. Needs a lot of time to develop. And hey, why not Philly? You know what I mean? Like why anywhere else but not Philly? And can sit behind Lane Johnson, learn, and become a true starter. Went Maui Noah at 6 for the Browns. I think you look receiver here. I don't like the look for receiver that much. Um, I would understand Boston or KC here, but you got pick 39, pick 70. I think you can pick one up there. And I think some of these linemen will be gone by then. I'm gonna go Caden Proctor. I'm gonna double up on tackle, Caden Proctor actually plays probably guard for you, whereas Francis Manoa is playing tackle for you. 25 for the Bears. I think this is IDL or safety. I think that's pretty simple. I've been on Caleb Banks, but I'm not sure he's gonna go first round anymore. This is gonna be Emmanuel Neal Warren for me. Yeah, it's gonna be Emmanuel Neal Warren for me. They lost Jaquan Brisker. They lost oh my gosh, what's his name? Kevin Byard. Yeah, I think Kevin Byard. So I'm thinking of. Um, yeah. All right, 26 for the Bills. I have the Bills listed as this team I don't get to talk about a whole lot. IDL edge linebacker. I haven't seen a whole lot of people talk about edge. They don't have edge on here for them, but this is just a pick I've been on a lot for them as well. It's Keldrick Falk, man. I really like that pick for the Bills there at 26. I think Keldrick Falk is gonna provide you like solid run defense. His pass rush can get better. And I think it's a good pickup there for 20 there at 26 there for the Bills. 27 for the Niners. Now that they've extended Trent Williams, I'm not so sure this is tackle anymore. I had been on tackle a lot. I think guard could be in play. I just don't. I'm fine with picking Pregnon here, but I don't know if he actually goes this early. So I think you turn and you look edge rusher. To be honest, edge rusher or maybe safety, which there's nobody here, or a receiver. Casey Concepcion actually doesn't. I don't hate that for them. But two edge rushers here on the board that I think I like better than both receivers. I'm gonna go. I feel I might be wrong here. I feel Cassius Howe is more their speed. I like TJ Parker more. I'm gonna take Cassius Howe at 27 to the 49ers. 28 for the Texans with again, I don't think that they take Pregnon here. And with Caden Proctor off the board as well, I think you could consider tackle. I do think you could consider tackle. Still, I have their needs listed as center, left guard, blocking tight end, which that's not happening. Prep on the O line, which that could be tackle. Um, Prep at edge, IDL linebacker. I think this is going to be Cade McDonald for me. I've picked that before. I've done that pick before. Yeah, this is gonna be Cade McDonald for me. And then this is just such a good pick for the Chiefs right here. You get Mansour Lane at 9, and then you get Denzel Boston here at 29. Somebody that can truly stretch the field and go up and get the football for Patrick Mahomes. 30 for the Dolphins. This is super simple as well. You took Mekhi Lemon at 11. This is going to be Colton Hood for me. I think that's a good pickup for the Dolphins, who really badly need secondary help. 31 for the Patriots. I do think this could be Caleb Banks. I wouldn't rule out Casey Concepcion. I wouldn't rule out TJ Parker, but this is going to be Blake Miller for me, Morgan Moses replacement. And then 32 for the Seahawks. I really do think that Jadarian Price is in play here. I really do. I think Avion Terrell's in play for him. I think Chris Johnson is in play here, the corner out of San Diego State. But I'm going to be a little different here. Um, you know what? How many picks can I undo? I can't do undo more than one. Ah, I want to put this out there before I wrap up the video. I think with the offensive lineman off the board, I think at 28, if it's not Emmanuel Pregnon for the Texans, I think that they might trade out. I think that they might trade out with Arizona, and Arizona comes back in and gets Ty Simpson. I really don't want to put that out there. Like, I really do think Arizona's going to try to move back in the first round and get Ty Simpson. I really do. I just don't. I don't have a spot for him. I think it could be in play here at 32. I just feel like that's too obvious. I think they're going to come in earlier. I think the real area for Arizona is like right in here. I don't think San Fran will do it because they're in their division. I don't necessarily think Chicago would do it unless they get a haul. I don't think they'll do it either because they've got true needs. I think it could be Houston. I think it could be New England. I think it could be Seattle. You know what? I was gonna take Emmanuel Pregnon here. I really think he's a first round talent, man. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. I'm not gonna worry about the trade value. I'm just gonna go ahead and force it. Arizona's back in the first round. I don't really think Seattle does it because again, division thing, like I talked about with San Fran. But here comes Arizona. They're gonna give up some picks. They're gonna go get Ty Simpson to end off the first round. Why not, man? Why not? Again, this is kind of more predictive style than what I would do. If you want to see what I would do, go watch my video from 2 days ago or 3 days ago. But to recap, it is Fernando Mendoza at 1, Arbel Reese at 2, David Bailey at 3, Jeremiah Love at 4, Caleb Downs at 5, Francis Mano at 6, Ruben Bain at 7, Cornell Tate at 8, Mansour Delane at 9, Sonny Styles at 10, Makai Lemon at 11, Tremont McCoy at 12. The Steelers trading up from 21 to 13 to get Spencer Fano. Kenny Sadiq at 14 to the Ravens, Akeem Mesidor at 15 to the Bucks, Jordan Tyson at 16 to the Jets, Monroe Filling at 17 to the Lions, Dylan Thiemann at 18 to the Vikings, CJ Allen at 19 to the Panthers, Peter Woods at 20 to the Cowboys, Omar Cooper Jr. at 21 to the Rams, Vega Ioane at 22 to the Chargers, Max Iwanacher at 23 to the Eagles, Caden Proctor at 24 to the Browns, Emmanuel Minya Warren at 25 to the Bears, um, Keldrick Falk at 26 to the Bills, Cash out at 27 to the Niners, Caden McDonald at 28 to the Texans. I really do think that this is a trade out, though. I think this is a trade out if the linemen are gone. I think they trade out. Arizona comes in and gets Ty Simpson, and then the Seahawks actually take Emmanuel Pregnon at 32, or Jadarian Price, or Avion Terrell. Denzel Boston at 29 to the Chiefs, Colton Hood at 30 to the Dolphins, Blake Miller at 31 to the Patriots, and Cardinals move back into the first round and take Ty Simpson at 32. This has been such a pleasure, man. I really enjoyed this draft cycle. I think this is one of the most like volatile drafts that we've seen, especially since I've started doing this. Like, I think there's so many players that could go in such a big range of spots. I truly think Vega Ioane could go as early as like 6, and I had him at 22. But really enjoy this process, really enjoy this draft cycle, and I hope you guys have as well. If you're new here, whatever, please hit the subscribe button. Well, I'm doing these videos again next year. I've already decided. We make no money over here. We just do it for fun, and we do it for the true, just people that love football out there like I do. But enjoy this draft cycle. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support, and we'll see y'all potentially on Saturday for a live reaction to day 3. If not, I plan on trying to drop my draft grades on like Sunday or maybe on Saturday night. Appreciate the support. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.